they're confused. Are they gonna hear us what we're saying? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're tuning into this stream. Actually, I gotta send it out. 1 second. You guys don't have any friends that you want to share this stream to?
I have no friends.
Oh, that's fair. I believe that. Teams are picking
we
tanks.
Have, AMD versus Knife here. Obviously.
Sending out the link.
90 seconds remaining for the timer.
Oh, you said maps are predetermined, right?
Yes.
What maps are they playing tonight?
I'm playing Sand River for the first one.
Yeah, mine's the second, and Cliff is the tiebreaker.
Real shame they took Morovanka out, man. It's one of my favorite maps to play. And at the same time, the most infuriating map to play. Looks like they're being very careful in what tanks they pick.
You know who the callers are for each team, Vishaw? A bit.
I have no idea. I'm guessing I'm great as the caller for AMD, and LP Chingo. 911 is the caller for Knife. I mean, I know they're definitely their contact person, so this is just a guess.
Interesting. Already play from the attack on AMD. CGC.
A lot of teams, they're using CGC and River Attack. I saw 2 games earlier today. They were like EU games, and they both used EU CGC. Time is up, and Knife. Well,
did Knife pick all 7?
No, they didn't.
I don't think
they didn't.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
unfortunate.
67.
Can't figure out why people
the...
use the CGC here. Yeah, I'll go over AMD and go over Knife.
Yeah.
I don't know the logic behind the CGC over the 261 on this map. I don't know what people think
Probably
there.
just the other one you guys.
I think it's
Actually, yeah.
more useful if you want to control the north side of the map.
True, yeah. So on AMD we have Free Falling in the Super Conch, Goku in the Super Conch, and Sticky Buds in the Super Conch. We have Daddy Stride in the Valor. We have Chewie taking out the Leopard 1. Great in their light tank, the T100 LT, and we have Lime Green in the Artie.
On Knife side, we have Stellar, Santino, Cave Ghoul, and Khaki in Super Conchs. We have Terminator in the E4, Nacho Nico in the 279E, and Unkind in the Andre. Unfortunate that they didn't get their 7th tank in there. They're at a bit of a disadvantage here, considering.
Seems like AMD is pushing up the artillery up the hill at E1 or F1.
And artillery's up.
Not a bad play, honestly. You know, if they
We got
plan on
AMD
leaving them
over
there.
here getting information. Looks like Knife has 5 out of 6 tanks spotted already.
You can see Knife really gave up map control early on. They really kind of put themselves in that D7 bowl. Giving Knife the opportunity to, or AMD the opportunity to come down the G line.
Yeah, this light tank is just going to keep them pretty much cornered here. There's nothing that... They're trying to reposition an E4 over here, so that's something. They're getting a little bit of map control back.
Wow, big hit from the CGC here. Over 1,000 on the Super Conch.
I think Stellar, he needs to be on the ridge. I mean, it won't really help much, but it's better than staying on flat ground.
Chewie's in a real good spot over here at A4. He's holding back all their Super Conchs from posting or poking around that C7 point.
I think they should just overextend and kill this light tank. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that they might lose the tank, but
I think that
Yeah.
would not be the move if Chewie was in a bat chat or a high DPM auto-loading tank. But given that he only has one shot, the super conks could definitely get him out. So I agree with you there.
I mean, they will get punished from the 3 Super Kong from AMD sitting at F5, but
At
think
this
it's
point,
better
it's just
than-
a waiting game. I mean, they're already down a tank, and like AMD had all the freedom in the world to push that GC up there. They didn't really have a threat. So
someone shot Leopard. I don't know who it was, but Leopard lost.
Lost some hit points,
Nine.
yeah.
the T100 just got
800
punished.
I would not be surprised if it was the Andre up here, Gambit. Up at A7.
Where's the leopard? I can't see. Oh, okay.
He's falling back to
to
C2.
I'm kind of floating around over a B cap, so
Yeah.
they're firing high explosives with the 279E.
They're playing very stationary for AMD having an artillery. It's definitely a vulnerable position they're putting themselves in. Yep, as we see again, 279E just lost about 1,000 there from the Arty.
279E just. I think they're putting way too much faith into that Conquer gun carriage.
Yes, I
My
think, and that's
opinion.
what Knife is trying to exploit. That they push their Andre on A line.
I was just about to say that if you guys are watching what he's doing, I'm interested to see what happens here. Kind of pushing himself way over into these T100 LT and Leopard 1 range.
Their
Doesn't
light
seem to be
dive.
trying to make a move.
Mhm.
I mean, but for the Andre to kill that light tank,
You would sacrifice for sure. I agree.
I'm not sure how far that render is on those Valors. They could probably get some.
Like we were saying earlier, how Knife just really confined themselves to that D7 square. It really does allow AMD to push down this GH line like they're doing now. Maybe they'll apply some ACAP pressure and force those D7, D8 tanks to poke, and the farm will continue.
So what I would recommend in this type of situation is just they already have the pressure with the Andre pressuring the Leopard and the T100. At this point, there's no reason for those super conks and everybody at D7. Like, there's no reason for them to even try to poke or anything and wait out the time. Oh, but there's. All right. Well, they have the super conks applying cap pressure over at A. I don't know if you guys see this over here.
Yeah, look at our 279E here.
Oh, they took out the light tank, and their super conquerors are getting farmed
279E
as
is
well.
down.
First blood goes to Knife.
Andre is
I don't
really
think-
committing out there to that Leopard 1. He thinks he has him. I don't know if he knows the Valor's behind him, though, does he? Don't remember seeing if he was spotted or not.
We'll find out. Yeah, these
He's spotted.
Yep, now he sees.
Yeah, so they have 2 tanks committed over to Andre, which is definitely, I think, a nice favor here.
Yep,
Because
and I
they're
almost
super strong.
guarantee that Arty might be looking over here as well, so maybe you're right. Time for these heavies to make a play.
Already fired at the Andre. Unsuccessful. Yeah, that Andre's
E4
applying a
over
lot
here.
of pressure. He has 3 tanks
Yeah.
paying attention to him. Knife's
Yep.
not out of this yet.
I think it's anybody's game. Considering these super conquerors, they cannot cap without getting detected. E4's keeping them lit. And they still have give fuel at full HP, so
It looks
Is that
like
Andre
Knife
still
is
distracting the Arty?
yeah, it looks like Knife is pulling their Andre back and kind of baiting the Valor and the Leopard out this way.
It's not a bad call by their part, honestly. That Andre's full health. They're just going to steal some of the Arty's attention there and salvage some of their super conks hit points.
Yeah,
You'd like to see
Leopard's
some of these
also one
HEs
shot.
doing something. We have Goku
Punish
coming
on
over
super
here
conk?
to the far 0 line, trying to
They'll-
make a move on the C4.
Their super conk that was applying cap pressure is also a one shot now.
Let's see if Goku's able to put the E4 across here.
Ooh,
E4 just
E4
got
just
shot
got
Starting to get
punished.
punished. Yeah,
Was that Artie or was that?
both. I believe. I think Goku shot him.
Oh, free falling is pushing that E4.
We got a encounter here.
Let's see if
That's
he's
super
looking.
before. He's got to make his shots count here in order for them to have a chance.
You'd hope that Stellar
okay.
would
E4
go
needs
over here to
to
the
high roll.
E4.
Okay,
Stellar's
so we can
not. Stellar's not giving the E4 support here. There he's going.
Okay.
taking
Yeah, that super conk hasn't made his shots count, so the E4 just got a huge opportunity. Okay, E4 just got shot by who?
Oh, that's a good play.
He got
That's what they needed.
No, okay, sorry, yeah. Now it's 2v1 Goku coming for E4.
Fortunately, Stellar was not able to connect a shot there.
I think Cave Goal, he needs to commit. He's the one with the HP here.
The E4 needs to land a shot here, and now Stellar has a chance. Yep.
Nice.
Wow, wicked high roll there. 494 from the Super Conk on Goku.
What's happening with the Valor and Andre? The Andre made it all the way back, by the way.
He slowly reversed until I
He reversed all the way back to defend, man. That's really amazing play by the Andre.
I think a great game by Night.
Now the Valor's on fire.
They took out the light tank.
Valor,
Yeah.
wow, Daddy's burning here.
Well,
Always
down
carry
to
your
one
fire
for the
extinguishers,
Super
boys and
Conk.
girls. Always carry your fire extinguishers.
I think he doesn't have firefighting skill either because he burned a
You
lot.
hear yourself, right?
Yes, take it from someone who has experience with this. Always carry your fire extinguishers.
Honestly, huge kudos to Unkind and Cave Ghoul here for preserving their hit points, or conserving their hit points. It really is going to lead them to a possibility of pulling this out. I mean, you see a huge hit point difference here, 29% to 9%.
I mean, this is
You'd like to see Unkind be paying attention to this Valor.
unless that gun carriage can one shot either the super conk or the okay. Knife. I think Knife has this.
Mm-hmm. "30 seconds left. And CGC can only fire once, so safe to say not going to
Wow.
kill all these guys. And
Huge
this is an artillery
kudos to
shell.
Knife here.
Oh,
Wow.
Andre set on fire. He doesn't.
What?
It's Piggy said either.
It's all right. You
Definitely,
gotta take,
definitely.
you know, take
Definitely
some and give some.
a spectacular game for Knife here, man. That was really, really good.
They were fighting against the odds, but
Underdog pulling the win.
AMD did start it off well. You know, getting the spots, and the artillery was.
They were way too
work.
passive. They were way too passive for having an advantage. They had free reign over the middle. Once they they should have immediately either pushed B or A. It didn't matter which cap they pushed, but they should have pushed something.
Alrighty, so I'll go down the AMD side. Sticky Buds in the Super Conk, dishing out 1200 damage. 2000 blocked, so pretty good game from him. Goku dishing out 1200 damage as well, and we're seeing about 1200 blocked, so again, they're putting themselves in the fight there. Free Falling in the Super Conk, 361 damage, 9 shots fired, so the effort was there. Damage blocked, 400. Daddy, the Valor, 1500 damage just about, blocking 1300. Chewie and the Leopard 1, getting 1 penetration out, 5 shots fired, 400 blocked. We are not seeing any assisted really here, so it's interesting. You must be splitting that with somebody else. The T100, 1100 assisted, 1 shots fired. Unfortunately, no penetrations, and massive game from Lime Green here in the CGC. I take back the choice of the CGC here. 7,000 damage. I mean, really keeping AMD in the fight there. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make it happen.
So on Knife side, we have Unkind and his Andre. Not a lot of damage, 800, but definitely MVP for keeping, I'd say four tanks distracted, including the SPG, right? So kudos to the Andre. We have Khaki and his Super Conk pulling 1600. The E4 with a massive 4,000 damage done. Terminator, nice job. Nacho win his 279E, doing 159 damage but 1100 assisted, walking 800. We have Cave Ghoul in his Super Conk, 2700 damage, and Stellar Santino in his Super Conk doing 3000. So nice job there, guys. Was not expecting the game to go that way at all.
One of the things I'd like to give too is Terminator special shout out there. I mean, 6 shots fired out of the E4, penning 5. That's pretty good ratio there. You know, you can tell he made his shots count for sure.
Definitely. Now, knife
Both
switching
teams were
over.
pretty heavy in the last game. I think which worked in the favor of knife because they were defending. They didn't have to go anywhere. I think if AMD had maybe some more mobility, another bat could have put cap pressure without getting detected.
Mm-hmm. As soon as the Lighting had that information, I would have moved him all the way down K line, you know, apply pressure there because they knew that they were in the middle, right? They could have just pushed the Super Conkers up to Brawl and had the Conquer gun carriage doing what he needed to do. They didn't need the T100 spotting at that point anymore. They could have used him for like cap pressure on the other side or something.
I mean, I still needed the target slit for CGC otherwise. But I guess they would have detected one.
If you look at the assisted, the assisted came from the Super Conks.
Mm-hmm.
2,000 each.
I wonder if that was just proxy up by the, was it the A cap there? Whatever D7 is, C7.
That's what I'm saying. I think they put a
Yeah.
little too much faith in the Conqueror gun carriage, and ultimately that was the downfall of AMD, right?
I don't think that I don't disagree with you, but that CGC did what he had to do. I mean,
Yeah.
they were a tank up. The CGC dished out twice the amount of damage that he needed to, you know, even give them the edge. I mean, I honestly think I would chalk it up to, you know, almost being overconfident with that upper tank and taking damage early on, thinking that, you know, it's not going to cost them. When in reality, I mean, Knife, I mean, I can't even imagine their party in the beginning, how frustrating that must have been. But they did not let it get to him, clearly.
Well, we already
Very
saw what
efficient.
Knife did with a tank down. They have all their tanks picked in this game. Let's see.
Yeah, I guarantee they will not be making that mistake again. You
But I
would
mean,
think.
AMD knows not to take them lightly either. You could say the same for
Oh,
AMD
yeah.
as well.
They're probably sweating.
I wasn't even in the match and I was sweating.
Were you rooting Knife?
I wasn't rude. I don't have favorites. I don't have favorites.
I know
like a
that's
good
because
game.
they were tanked down. Because you want to see.
Well, rooting for the underdog is what you're
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to say a comment at the beginning. I was like, oh, you know, this is AMD's win up for grabs, right? But yeah, I was wrong. I would have eaten my own words.
To be honest, though, I mean, AMD had the CGC, which, if you play mobile enough, I mean, you're really not going to connect that many shots. So Knife kind of had a chance, I thought. But seeing, I mean, once they started playing more, you know, stationary and seeing the CGC do what he does when they play stationary, I really thought that they were not going to pull that out. But, I mean, that's...
You also have
know.
to realize this map is very difficult to attack on this map.
We didn't go
Yeah,
through
I mean-
tanks. You want to go through tanks real quick? I'll go through knife real quick. We got 3 Super Conks, a Valor, 4202, a 105, and what I believe is an IS-7. So very, very heavy. What do they got on there?
AMD, we have Chewie in the Chieftain, Free Falling Super Conk, Goku in the Super Conk, Nomanian in the Super Conk. We have I'm Great in the T100, Lime Green in the T100, and the Nil Rack in the Grill 15. 2 light tanks from AMD. I don't know if I've seen that before. I'm sure Gambit and Leo have.
We've seen double lights with double RD.
Knife is really committing to that A cap, you know, push here. There's not.
Have
I mean,
all of them been spotted? I think only the super conks been spotted. I don't think they have
Yeah,
that much
just-
information.
to push that line, push lime green back there. I wonder what their play is here.
I
You know,
mean,
obviously,
considering the grill,
yeah,
the grill
ACAP
is
pressure, but
the grill is up at B9. So if they decide to put a little bit of pressure over here, the grill's gonna have to relocate. They're pretty much a gun out of the fight right now. But it looks like they're trying to circle in knife in the riverbed.
Oh, I think Valor from Knife will get punished now. He's passing
yeah,
the middle. Yeah.
Unkind is very exposed here. I wonder where he's pushing.
But he didn't
though.
get punished as much as I was expecting.
There it is.
Oh,
There it
we
is.
speak too soon.
Okay, he's getting punished. Okay, AMD is rotating the E9 with the right side.
I mean, you see Chewy coming over here though, and you know you'd think that knife would.
I don't see why they push the T100s into that
Into the
riverbed.
stitch either.
Yeah, there's
I mean, they have the vision.
at this point it's just allowing the teams to just put in shots, but the AMD is getting punished back, so they're trading. There's only
Let's take a look here. So Chewy does not have a shot at Unkind. Yeah, Unkind over here.
the health pools are
Unkindle.
pretty even. You know, there's no difference. 1% difference in health. HP bars.
This
Heavy cap pressure from Knife.
AMD might be able to take out Stellar on the left side.
Yeah, they need
So
to
do
push
we
this
wanna
2v1
overwhelm?
over here. Yeah, they need to push this 2v1 over here.
Stellar's doing really good.
At this-
It would be
yeah.
great if he can take out free falling. Keep focusing the right target. And yeah,
At this point, you know, we're still seeing shots come over here to the FV40202, and I'm not sure why. Especially when, you know, ACAP is under such heavy pressure, you'd think they'd kind of ignore some of these tanks.
Goku needs to push in and start putting pressure on the sides of those tanks because he has shots, does he?
oh, he's coming in.
He's coming in, yeah.
This is going to be a game changer here. Goku coming in from behind on AMD. They really need to get a cap here.
This got a crucial reset. I think after they eliminated Valor, they're pushing in now.
Really need to get a
4 seconds. Not sure who has the point.
Yeah,
They need to kill this
I
guy,
think
he's
it's
right next to them. Okay, they need to focus and kill him.
That's it.
And they won.
Wow. Talking about a brute force play there, just really throwing
definitely a
everybody at
nail
it.
biter, man. Definitely a nail biter.
If they didn't win, if they did not cap out right there, the game would have gone the other way. I don't know if you guys saw, but Goku was coming in full health from behind, on on those guys on the cap. It was just not.
And the
gonna-
moment the moment those turrets turn,
Yep. I mean, they're completely crossed. It would not have played well for them. So huge kudos to getting that last second down. I'll run down Knife. You want to run down AMD?
will do.
All right, so we have Stellar in the Super Conk dishing out 2,400 damage, 11 shots, 6 pens, and a kill. We have Unkind in the Valor, 1,800 damage, 9 and 4 on the shots fired, 1,100 blocked, which is a pretty good game. AMX 13105 getting a donut, unfortunately, but happens to the best of us. FV4202 dishing out 1,500 damage. We saw him way over on that other side, kind of diverting the attention from the cap, so good play by his part, staying alive, doing what he needed to do. Cave Ghoul in the Super Conk, 1,400 damage. We saw he was on the cap, so he was kind of trying to brute force that play with the team. The Super Conk doing 836 damage, and a kill, and the IS-7, 30 base cap points, and 3 pens here. So pretty good game from the IS-7. And the other thing to note, the AMX-13, he did get the donut, but let's go back to his base capture. He was not playing for damage. He was doing circles in the cap like we saw. Try not to get shot. So he got 56 cap points.
Yeah, so I was gonna say his cap points are up there. So free falling in the Super Conk, 800 damage. We have No Minion in his Super Conk pulling 3K. Chewy in his Chieftain, 1,500 damage. Goku in his Super Conk pulling 1,500 as well. The Grill pulling 687 damage. And T100 at 271 damage. And I Am Great Are You, 1,600 damage in his T100 as well.
I mean, the game was undecided till the very last second, and as you said, Hergus, if it was any longer, they could have lost because AMD was almost there for the reset.
Yeah, I really wonder, you know, if they pushed that chieftain, whatever was fighting that FE 4202, if you know what I'm talking about. I wonder if they had kind of ignored that 4202, if it would have played differently. Obviously, you know, they would have gotten punished, but they may have been able to reset one more time and maybe give that Super Conk Goku enough time to come up and you know, put him in a cross there. You know, maybe they would have sacrificed some, but at least keep him in the game.
Right for 2-0 up. Oh, I really want AMD to bring it back because I know they can. And I also would like to see both sides of mines.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you never know because that's just one map. For all we know, Mines is AMD's thing, and that was Knife's best map. I mean, we've seen it, and we've had it happen to us. Win 2 off the bat, and then lose 3 straight in a row.
Don't remind me.
Yeah.
Do you guys think we'll see a CGC on this map? Knife is attacking.
Knife is attacking. Who was their CGC player? Lime Green on AMD. They're defending. I would not be surprised if we see a CGC, but especially, I mean, he obviously knows how to use it, so maybe they'll play him in it, like me.
Yeah, I've seen defending sides using CGC, but I think it's a bit more effective while attacking. I mean, I'm not saying it's not effective, but I haven't seen that many teams.
So definitely not on
absolutely.
attack. Ran out of tanks there.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we'll see it on defense, which again, like, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, they're holding Lime Green out still. Nope. All right, maybe no Artie.
I think they're just
Already
going for the mid brawl. They're looking at their tanks.
It's a lot of autoloaders.
3 from AMD, and then we have 1 on the knife side.
Interesting choice here from AMD with the 277.
I was gonna say that about the E6 on knife side.
Yeah, and the 4202, I guess, too.
But the 4202 I understand. But
Would Chisel be better suited than 4202?
I think Chisel would be better than the E6.
E6 has a DPM. Especially if they're going for the hill, if it's a straight up brawl.
I don't know, I feel like the gun just lets me down. Like, you know, ever since you recommended I3 market, I'm just like, it's very, very not a sniper tank. Like, it's very, like, even in close range shots, it just lets me down more often than I like. It's definitely a headache, you know what I mean?
That's just you, Leo.
No.
Hey,
I mean, the Chisel does the same thing. I'm gonna go down knife side. We got Unkind in the Andre, Cave Ghoul in the Super Conk, Stellar in the Machine. We got Rapid Pup in the I7, Shingo in his 4202, Terminator in the E6, and Khaki in his E4.
We have Free Falling over here in the Machine. We have Great in the Machine. We have Chewy in the 277, Goku and Lime Green in the IS7s, Nomanian in the TVP. And we have No Rack, and last but not least, the T100. We see instant hill control from AMD and
no interest by knife.
Yeah.
I think that's the right play by them because defense side always have an advantage to get to the hill. And AMD, they do not have any tank at K4 for this resets, and you've seen how well this Andre can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, great point there. That's Unkind too, from that first game, the Andre.
They took out the TVP is out already.
He was out in the open. The Super Conks had an i7 had clear vision on him. They're going for the full cap, they're going for full cap pressure here. And those machines are set up to stop anybody trying to come and reset.
I think AMD has been caught out. They thought they're coming for the hill. I mean, I was thinking as well that Knife might try to take the hill, but they didn't. And now AMD has to rush in and to cost them a lot of HP to get every reset.
Any reset, yeah. I mean, you're
Machines are one
pretty
shot.
much down 2 tanks. Soon to be 3. Free falling is not going to last here either. We have AMD really saying their oh shoot moment, just sending tanks down the hill, trying to get these resets. Unfortunately for them, it's not Knife's goal here to cap out.
No, I think they'll go for a cap.
It's just a trap. I mean, yeah, I don't think that was their play. I mean, I think they really, they would win this either or at this point.
That's a GG's. They're straight baited by Knife.
Yeah.
That was a really good, really good strat there by Knife side.
It's one thing to have high ground, but it's another thing to give up, ability to control the cap. I think you need to find that happy medium there. When you're defending, at least. I guess when you're attacking, Knife seems to use the brute force strategy, and it's working.
Oh, that TGP got punished. I didn't even know what happened to him, but I can guess E4 shot him once, and then he might have got clipped out by this machine.
The Super Conks and the i7s were in the perfect position to hit him up where he was. He was in dead center of the hill trying to get up.
Okay.
And I'll run down the Knife side here. Unkind in that Andre, getting 70 the capture points, so again, really holding down that anchor. We have LP in the 4202, getting 2 kills out, so he's making his shots count, 4 shots fired, 4 pens, so you really like to see that, people taking time to aim. I need to take a page out of his book. Cave Ghoul in the Super Conk doing 1100 damage, the machine getting out some shells, and he got 1 kill and about 1200 damage. We have Terminator T95 E6 doing about 770 damage. The E4 dishing out a pretty big game at 3000, so making his shots count. Then the IS7, 1 kill, about 1000 damage. Again, trying to make his shots count, and some damage blocked there as well.
Do you want to go over the AMD side?
On the AMD side, we have Nomanian in his TVP. Unfortunately, getting focused out at the beginning. I'm great in his machine, pulling 4 shots for 3 pens, 916 damage, getting a little bit of defense points there. We have Free Falling. He didn't get pens out, but I think he rammed somebody because he has 8 defense points. Probably ran the track there. There was 0 damage. Chewy in his 277, pulling 508 damage. The T100, 887 damage. Goku and his i7, 484 damage. And Lima Green in his i7, 384 damage.
Well, looks like Knife's the winner here. I think the first game really boosted their confidence that if they can come down from 1 thing less, then not an issue for them if they have all 7. That's it for tonight, guys.
Yeah, thanks to be here for having us on here. We appreciate it, and good game both these teams.
Yeah, GG to both teams. Great games. Every game was pretty close. They were not one-sided.
Yeah, I mean they all had their instances where it could have gone either way. I don't really think it was a clean sweep. I mean that Mines was the Mines. They lost map control, unfortunately, so I'll agree with you there. But I mean those first 2 games especially really could have gone either way.
Yeah. Well, that's it for tonight. I'll turn the stream off and catch you guys another time.